Hi everyone, welcome back to the craft room. So today we are doing our alphabet challenge and we are on S for stencils. So I have pulled a few stencils and I thought I would just share with you what I've done. So one of the things I do is I pull out a number of ink pads and I'll take a little stamp like out of this set and I'll just stamp all the inks so that I know exactly what shade or colour I'm going to get. And so I have the inks usually lined up in that order and then I can choose the way I use them. I have got my blending brushes. These are all makeup brushes. I do prefer to use these rather than the sponges, to be honest. So this is what I use for my stencil inking up. So what I did was I pulled a few stencils and I just use masking tape to tape round the stencils. So I'll just get this one off. Come on. There we go. Now, this one, I thought I would just do it all one colour. And the colour that is coming out on the card is definitely not the colour that I was looking at, because this is supposed to be a pearlescent lavender. However, I think that's quite a good colour to have as a background, because it's not too bright or in your face. You would add the colour on with the toppers or whatever it is you're going to use in front of it. So as a background, I would say using the one colour is quite nice, because even then there are shades, you know, where it's heavier or not. You'll see on the scrap paper I tend to sort of tap off a bit there before I rub it on. And I just use baby wipes to clean the stencil and to clean my brushes. And so I'll just wipe this one off, trying not to, you know, because they're quite delicate, some of them. So that's the first one I did. Now, the next one I did, I've got 3 different colours, yellow, orange and a pale blue. And when I looked at the stencil, it kind of took me back to a sort of retro 60s wallpaper style, actually. So let me just remove this tape. And the masking tape I use, I always, you know, unstick it a bit more on my fingers, just so that it's not quite as sticky. And let's have a look and see. There we go. So that's a very different sort of image, isn't it? It's the colours are much stronger and brighter, and I really like it. So I wonder if we would use that perhaps, because there's sort of bubbles, maybe an underwater thing there. But yeah, that's the next stencil. So I'll just finish wiping that off and let's have a look at the third one. Now this one is a lot brighter. And this is all shades of purple, lavender, magenta, that sort of thing. This is a lot stronger, and you can see, hopefully, see how strong it is when I tap the brushes. So I, you know, sort of put the brush on the side before I go onto the image, just to try and make sure it's not unreasonably strong. The pigment inks can sometimes be quite sticky in texture and much stronger. So that's that one. And there we go. So there are my 3 images, all made using stencils. I particularly wanted to use one colour on one so that I could, you know, it doesn't have to be blending a number of different colours, but blending different colours is made so much easier with the brushes. You can see how strong this magenta ink is. It's staining the brush, it stains the stencil, so we just have to try and get it off as best as possible. Every so often what I'll do is I'll put my stencils in soapy water to wash them a bit better if they get this staining on it. So that's it. So there you go. Now, what to do with them? I think they're great actually to cut up, especially one like this. You could cut that up for an ATC background. This one as well. This one, because it's a whole pattern, I would tend to use that as a background either for a page or a card, or even you could use it as a background for memory books. Now I'm looking more and more to use repeating patterns in memory books rather than a whole load of embellishment, and that could be a repeating pattern of this, or a repeating punch, you know, where things, the pattern and the punch is what's in common throughout, or dies or whatever. So I'm looking at doing that more and more within memory books, and so yeah. So there you go. This is my S for stencil contribution, and next week we are on to the letter T, and T is for toppers. So I might actually keep this and use this as part of the topper set. I had pulled these butterflies out and I wondered if I could use these butterflies on there. Not sure. We'll wait and see. But yes, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video, and I hope you're all keeping well, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.